On the morning of December 25, 2024, tragedy struck in the skies over the Caspian Sea. Azerbaijan Airlines Flight 8243, an Embraer E190 jet carrying 98 passengers and crew members, departed from Heydar Aliyev International Airport in Baku, bound for Aktau, Kazakhstan. What began as a routine flight ended in a devastating disaster that left 64 people dead and many questions unanswered. The crash site near Aktau painted a harrowing picture. The aircraft, shattered into pieces, was surrounded by emergency responders working tirelessly to rescue survivors and recover the victims. As the world mourned this tragedy, investigations into the cause of the crash began immediately. The flight and the crash Flight 8243 was a routine journey that turned catastrophic in moments. Shortly after takeoff, the aircraft encountered difficulties and eventually crashed near Aktau, Kazakhstan. The accident resulted in the tragic loss of 64 lives, with 34 survivors left to recount the terrifying moments leading up to the crash. The wreckage told a story of destruction, and the world watched as rescue teams worked to save lives and uncover the causes behind the disaster. Initial investigations. Both Azerbaijan and Kazakhstan quickly launched investigations into the disaster. Kazakhstan formed a commission led by Deputy Prime Minister Kanat Bozumbayev, with Kazakh Emergencies Minister Chingiz Aronov visiting the crash site in Aktau. Meanwhile, Azerbaijan's commission was headed by Prime Minister Ali Asadov, with a delegation of high-ranking officials sent to Kazakhstan to assist in the investigation. International expertise was sought, with Turkish aviation experts, Embraer representatives, and Brazil's Air Incident Investigation Agency, CENIPA, joining the effort. The flight's black boxes, the flight data recorder, FDR, and cockpit voice recorder, CVR, were sent to Brazil for analysis. Early theories. Initially, Azerbaijan Airlines suggested that bird strikes might have caused the crash. The airline's president, Samir Erzayev, ruled out technical failure as a potential cause. Russia's Federal Air Transport Agency also speculated that bird strikes led to the emergency landing request. However, this hypothesis was soon called into question. Images from the crash site revealed significant perforations on the tail surfaces of the aircraft, damage inconsistent with bird strikes. Survivors reported hearing an explosion, followed by shrapnel tearing through the fuselage. Experts quickly dismissed the bird strike theory, noting that birds do not fly at the altitude where the initial damage occurred. The missile hypothesis. As Flight 8243 flew over Chechen airspace, near Grozny, Russian air defense systems were reportedly active, responding to a Ukrainian drone attack. Azerbaijani government sources later revealed that a Russian Pantsir S-1 missile system had fired a missile at the aircraft. The missile exploded near the plane, causing catastrophic damage. The explosion, occurring at an altitude of 2,400 meters over Narsky district near Grozny, reportedly disabled the aircraft's hydraulic systems. Despite the pilots' efforts to maintain control and their repeated requests for an emergency landing at Russian airports, they were denied permission and instructed to continue toward Aktau. International reactions. The international aviation community began to weigh in. An American pilot and 2 French experts analyzed post-crash footage, concluding that the plane was likely hit by a missile. Their analysis suggested that shrapnel from the explosion pierced the aircraft's rear, disabling critical control systems. The pilots, in a desperate attempt, tried to control the aircraft's pitch and roll by adjusting engine thrust. Ongoing investigation. On December 29, President Ilham Aliyev publicly accused Russia of shooting down the plane, calling the act unintentional but criticizing Moscow for its initial attempts to hush up the incident. He demanded accountability, an official apology, and compensation for Azerbaijan and the victims. Russian President Vladimir Putin reportedly apologized, but the incident left relations strained. Damage to the aircraft, including shrapnel marks on the tail and wings, resembled patterns seen in previous incidents involving anti-aircraft ammunition. Aviation security firms, including the UK-based Osprey Flight Solutions, warned their clients about the risks of flying in Russian airspace, highlighting the likelihood of misidentification by military systems. Lessons and reflection. As investigations continue, The tragedy of Azerbaijan Airlines Flight 8243 serves as a somber reminder of the dangers of operating civilian flights in conflict zones. Families of the victims await justice, while the aviation industry grapples with the need for greater safeguards against such incidents. Our hearts go out to the families and loved ones affected by this heartbreaking tragedy. Events like these remind us of the fragility of life and the importance of accountability in ensuring the safety of everyone who takes to the skies. If you found this story informative and thought-provoking, consider liking this video and sharing it with others to spread awareness about aviation safety. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications to stay updated as we uncover more stories that shape our world. Thank you for watching, and let's keep the conversation going in the comments below.